Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to technical training session number 1. Now, as we start, let's begin by having a quick round of introduction. Okay. So, Mustaq Bedi, investing in mutual fund only. I want to learn trading. Okay, fantastic. So, you want to learn trading. In fact, if you learn trading, Mustaq, it's going to help in your mutual fund investment decisions also. Okay. So, both are complementary. It's going to help you. So, trading, not necessarily that you have to become a trader, you have to become a short-term intraday trader or something like that. So it is going to give you lots of insight on the market, this whole skill, right? So that's a great thing. So yes, we all should learn, or we all should know trading. Okay. So Mohan Kumar learned trading by fundamental analysis and refining trading system. Okay. So you want to learn about trading system. Okay. And you want to combine it with fundamental analysis. That's another good thing, if you're a long-term investor. So what need to do is that you need to combine trading, your technical understanding with the fundamental analysis. ओके, ठीक है. सो हदिया रमेश, हिंदी में बताइए. ठीक है, हिंदी में बताता हूँ. हम लोग दोनों लैंग्वेज में मिक्स करके बात करेंगे. ओके. यस. Puvasaran, pocket money investor. Okay, so what do you mean by pocket money investor? Can you tell me about Mr. Puvarasana? Okay, others also please feel free. Go ahead and आपका इंट्रोडक्शन बताइए. जैसे मोहन कुमार मुस्ताक ने कहा है, हृदय ने कहा है, keep chatting, keep writing, because it's going to keep you, okay. That's okay. So we have got small money. Okay, small money. So pocket money investor. Okay. So it means up small pocket money जो होता है. Are you a student by any chance? So small money you want to invest, right? Good thing. So Anup Pillai, when to exit from the stock? Absolutely. Yes, सबसे important है. Whether you are a trader or an investor, the most important decision that you are going to take is knowing when to exit from your investment, right? In fact, entry से भी ज़्यादा important है exit, क्योंकि with the help of entry, no doubt, you will be in a profitable position. Your position will be in the profit, but that profitable position really turn into a profitable trade or not, that depends on exit, right? Can you really take the profit out of the market? It depends on exit. हाँ जी, हम लोग हिंदी में ही बात कर रहे हैं, है ना? ठीक है, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड नाउ. So again, so what is let's talk about trading. Now again, okay, now let me, I have got, now again, technical versus fundamental, 4 pillars of, so what, again, all of you know what is a technical versus fundamental. I don't need to explain it too much. Now, as you know, the technical analysis is nothing but study of price and volume. Now, see, what is a stock market? Stock market is, again, it's a reflection of human behavior. Okay. People buy and sell huge quantity. Lots of people buy and sell together. It's kind of a voting machine in the short term. Now, when people react in the market because of the price goes ups and down, it reflects the psychology, right? Human behavior. Now, human behavior does not change dramatically over a period of time. It behaves in a similar pattern. And because of the repetition of similar pattern of human behavior, the price creates a predictable movement in the price. Okay. So that predictable movement in the price, we anticipate with the help of technical analysis. Okay. That is what we call technical analysis. With the help of technical analysis, we try to anticipate the price movement. Now, please understand one thing, that we are using a word called anticipation. Okay, there are two words very important. One is called prediction and one is called anticipation. So यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We try to anticipate the price. Okay, we try to anticipate the price movement. We do not try to predict. Okay. Now, on the other hand, the fundamental analysis is what? Fundamental analysis basically measures the strength of the company. What is the prospect? Okay. Now, for example, एक ही दिन में price कोई स्टॉक्स का 5%, 10%, 15%, 20% मूव हो जाता है, डज इट मीन दैट कंपनी का वैल्यूएशन इतना चेंज हो जाता है अंदर? नहीं, इट डज नॉट चेंज, है कि नहीं? कंपनी डिक्लेयर्स क्वार्टरली रिजल्ट, whatever profit or loss need to be, it happens quarterly. Fundamentally, the company does not change every day, but the market perception keeps on changing, right? So therefore, technical and fundamental are two different aspects. With the help of technical analysis, short term anticipate, you can anticipate the short term direction of the price. For traders, use technical analysis. Now, for investors के लिए it's about fundamental analysis, because ultimately आपको वही कंपनी खरीदना है जो कंपनी आपके लिए वैल्यूएबल है, जहां पे आपको वैल्यू दिखाई देते हैं, राइट? बट the optimum way of doing it is mixing both technical and fundamental analysis. इसका मतलब आपको वही कंपनीज खरीदना है जहां पे वैल्यू है, फंडामेंटली स्ट्रांग है, बट उनको टेक्निकली राइट सही टाइम में खरीदना है, एट अ राइट टाइम, एट अ राइट प्राइस। ये दोनों बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। क्या है कि आपको राइट टाइम में खरीदना है और आपको राइट प्राइस में खरीदना है। तो ये कब मिलेगा बेनिफिट आपको? जब आप टेक्निकल एंड फंडामेंटल को मिक्स करोगे। Now, let's talk about four pillars of technical analysis. So, when we talk about four pillars of technical analysis, these are what we call the four pillars of technical analysis. Okay. Now, demand and supply. Now, demand and supply itself is a very important concept. Demand and supply जो है ना, यही एक बहुत important concept है, demand and supply. So, एक है demand and supply. Now, why it's a demand and supply? आपने देखा होगा कि आज 5-6 दिनों से मार्केट गिर रहा है। आज तो बहुत बड़ा गिर गया, almost 1%. Yesterday also it has fallen by 1%. Now, why the price goes up and down? अगर आप पूछोगे तो there might be lots of reasons, Okay, ट्रम्प का टैरिफ है, जियोपॉलिटिक्स है, lot many factors, macroeconomic factors है, corporate factors है. There are so many factors. But in the market, the price goes ups and down because of demand and supply. Demand and supply. So price goes up and down because of demand and supply, right? Now it's very, very, very simple. If the demand is higher, if the demand is higher than the supply, the price is going to go up, right? Very simple. If the supply is more than demand, the price is going to go down, right? And if the demand and supply both are equal, so price क्या होगा? Price is going to remain sideways, stable, है ना? Now please try to understand all the factors, whether it's a news, whether it's a emotions, views. Ultimately, everything affects the demand and supply. And this demand and supply exactly price moves price ups and down. So there is a very powerful strategy with respect to demand and supply strategy. So we are going to discuss about that strategy, right? Okay, nowadays market facing poor fluctuations. How to overcome, safeguard your portfolio investments? Can you explain the tips and tricks? Absolutely. So wait for some time. We have just started, right? As you progress, you'll have to figure out yourself how to do it. Okay. So what is the true learning is that when you know what you have to do, correct? Now, okay. So first we are going to talk about this whole strategy on demand and supply. Okay. Now, because of the demand and supply, fluctuation of demand and supply, different chart patterns are created. You might have heard about all different chart, double bottom, double top, rounding bottom, rounding top, cup and handle, all different chart patterns. So this chart pattern again is nothing but a function of demand and supply over a longer period of time. Okay. Now we need to understand that. So ultimately, through different chart patterns, we are trying to understand how the market players are impacting the demand and supply. Now, if the chart patterns are a long-term pattern, say daily chart, weekly chart में, इसका मतलब the demand and supply is being affected at a long-term time frame, है ना? So we are going to study that also in details. Now, the third factor that we are going to study is the indicators. नाउ इंडिकेटर्स आर समथिंग कॉल्ड रेडीमेड, मेक इट इजी, हम लोग कहते हैं ना कि सिंप्लीफाई थिंग्स, शॉर्टकट। नो, काफी टाइम क्या होता है, बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है, मतलब एक चार्ट पैटर्न्स को, प्राइस एक्शन को इंटरप्रेट करना एक ट्रेडर्स के लिए थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है। उस टाइम में क्या होता है, इंडिकेटर्स, बहुत सारा इंडिकेटर्स है, यू नो लैगिंग इंडिकेटर्स है, यू नो रियल टाइम इंडिकेटर्स है, फॉरवर्ड इंडिकेटर्स है। नाउ वो क्या करते हैं, वो सिग्नल्स देते हैं, बाय सिग्नल्स, अगेन नथिंग। नाउ दिस इंडिकेटर्स आर आल्सो नथिंग बट द फंक्शन ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई, वेरी सिंपल, सी अल्टीमेटली एवरीथिंग इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई। नाउ ये इंडिकेटर्स आल्सो is nothing but a function of demand and supply. Now, the demand or supply exceeds supply, demand exceeds supply, or supply exceeds demand consistently, this indicator gives you the indication. Correct? So, ये हम लोग को chart pattern and indicators are two tricks. Now, third is again a trend. Now, please understand, trend is your friend, right? Trend is your friend till it bends at the end. Whether it's a downtrend or uptrend, trend is your friend. You have to be always with the trend. You cannot trade against the trend. है ना? आपको हमेशा ट्रेंड का साथ ही रहना है। मतलब वो कहते हैं ना लक्ष्मण रेखा रेखा। सो ट्रेंड आपका लक्ष्मण रेखा है। अगर ट्रेंड टूट गया तो आप भागो, है ना? जब तक ट्रेंड है तो आप है, मान के चलो। ओके, नाउ ये ट्रेंड का भी डायनेमिक्स होता है। सो वी आर गोइंग टू अगेन स्टडी ट्रेंड इज ऑल्सो फंक्शन ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई, है कि नहीं? डू यू ऑल एग्री विथ मी दैट ट्रेंड इज ऑल्सो फंक्शन ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई, राइट? ट्रेंड इज ऑल्सो फंक्शन ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई, ट्रेंड इज ऑल्सो फंक्शन ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई। सो अल्टीमेटली आप देखोगे ना, सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट डिमांड एंड सप्लाई इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, करेक्ट? सो लेट्स स्टडी अबाउट डिमांड एंड सप्लाई। नाउ अगेन लेट मी टेल यू कि अगर आप ट्रेड हो, if you want to become a trader, okay, many of them, I'm sure many of you are already traders in the market, you trade. Say technical analysis and trading skill are two different things. So what is a technical analysis? When you learn everything, all the chart patterns of all the indicators, all the trends, this is what we call technical analysis. But trading skill is different than technical analysis. Now, trading skill is your ability to use all the chart patterns and indicators and a trend and a demand and supply theory while taking two decisions, entry and exit. कहां पे आपको खरीदना है, कहां पे बेचना है, कौन सा स्टॉक खरीदना है, ये तीन डिसीजंस आप लोगे on the basis of all the things that you study, that is what is called trading skill. आप कितने करेक्टली लोगे और कितना कंसिस्टेंटली करेक्टली लोगे, आपका ट्रेडिंग स्किल यहीं पे। सो अल्टीमेटली आपको पैसा कौन बना के देगा? आपका पैसा टेक्निकल एनालिसिस बना के नहीं देगा आपको। आपको पैसा मार्केट में कौन बना के देगा? आपको पैसा ट्रेडिंग स्किल बना के देगा। और डू यू एग्री विथ मी गाइस? राइट, यू कैन गिव मी अ क्विक चेक इन द चैट बॉक्स इफ यू एग्री। सो आपको पैसा कौन बना के देगा? आपको पैसा बना के देगा ट्रेडिंग स्किल, है ना? नाउ, oh yes, Sajal will be providing the recording also. Okay. Now, trading skill consists of four big pillars. देखो, I don't want to, explain lots of chart patterns and indicators and the trend and the demand and supply, bombard you with lots of knowledge. So I want to give you a complete picture. Okay, I want to give you a complete understanding कि आपको सीखना है, कितना सीखना है, क्या सीखना है ना? So trading skill consists of four things. Number one is called trading system. Trading. Number one point of your trading skill is your trading system. Okay. Number two is what we call risk management. Okay. Number three is what is called psychology. Okay. And number four is what is called the trading plan. Trading plan. Are you getting my point? So for you as a trader, these are the four pillars. So for you as a trader, these are the four pillars. One is what we call trading system. Second is what is called risk management. Third is psychology, and fourth is trading plan. So let's understand what is a trading system. Now, as we said, कि when you take a trade, you only take two decisions or three decisions. One is entry, कि when you want to buy. Second, you need to decide about exit, right? When you exit from the trade. Now, exit could be two. One is a stop loss exit, exit in loss, and second is exit in profit, right? There are two exits. One is exit in loss and one is exit in profit. So your trading system should be able to give you the entry point, pinpoint the entry कि हाँ भाई ये स्टॉक बढ़ रहा है, मुझे एग्जैक्टली यही प्राइस में खरीदना है. दैट इज एंट्री. एंड सेकेंड इज एग्जिट, कहाँ पे एग्जैक्टली मुझे एग्जिट करना है. Now, of course, there are two exits. One is a stop loss. जहाँ पे आप entry, that is also another decision कि where to put the stop loss. And third is where to put the target. That is for profit, right? That is called trading system. Now, your success depends on having a powerful trading system. So as a trader, the first thing, number one thing you need to do is आपको एक खुद के लिए trading system बनाना पड़ेगा. वेदर इफ यूर एन इन्वेस्टर, आपको एक सिस्टम बनाना पड़ेगा. इफ यू आर ए ट्रेडर, आपको एक सिस्टम बनाना पड़ेगा. ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम इज अ मस्ट फॉर यू. इफ यू डू नॉट हैव ए ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम, अगर आपका पास ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम नहीं है, देन योर प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सक्सेस इज एज गुड एज जीरो. ओके, सो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू क्रिएट अ ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम. सो आप कैसे बनाओगे? With the help of demand and supply theory, with the help of chart patterns, with the help of indicators, and with the help of trend. ये चार चीजों को कंबाइन करके आप क्या करोगे? एक ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम बनाओगे, है कि नहीं? एंड द ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम शुड बी पावरफुल सो दैट इट गिव्स कंसिस्टेंटली हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी ट्रेड. किस तरीके का ट्रेड देगा आपको? हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी. हाई, दिस इज गोइंग टू जनरेट हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी. ओके, नाउ यहां पे और एक क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं कि ये हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी का डेफिनेशन क्या है. हाउ डू आई से प्रोबेबिलिटी a trade to be a high probability trade, or how can I say that this is not a high probability trade? मेरे कहने से तो नहीं होता है ना, है कि नहीं? So there are some objective parameters to define a trade to be a high probability trade. Okay, number one of that parameter is, okay, what is the chance? High probability, high chance, probability, or rather, let's put it this way, okay? High quality trade. Sorry, मैं probability को पहले लेके आया. Let me correct this. Now, what you have to look for is a high quality trade. High quality trade. You have to look for high quality trade. Now, high quality trade का तीन पैरामीटर होता है. Number one, high probability. Second, low risk. And third is high return. Okay. So any trade that you want to take, in order to qualify that trade as a high quality trade, these three conditions need to be fulfilled. One is high probability. जो भी ट्रेड आप आइडेंटिफाई करोगे, उसका प्रोबेबिलिटी कितना होना चाहिए? हाई होना चाहिए. नाउ अगेन, आप कैसे डिफाइन करोगे कि प्रोबेबिलिटी हाई है? उसके लिए भी एक मैट्रिक्स है, ऑब्जेक्टिव सिस्टम आपको क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ऑल दिस थिंग्स, राइट? सो हम लोग सीखेंगे. लो रिस्क मतलब, देखो, हम लोग यहां पे एक चीज का बात कर रहे हैं. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रोबेबिलिटी, वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट गारंटी. So although your trade is a very high probability trade, but still there is a chance that it might go wrong. Yes or no? है कि नहीं? No doubt आपका ट्रेड का प्रोबेबिलिटी हाई है, but still it might go wrong. है कि नहीं? So in that case your risk should be low. That is called low risk. देखो, कल यहाँ पे एक ही चीज है. यहाँ पे देखो, अगेन साइकोलॉजी पार्ट में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. ये साइकोलॉजी पार्ट में हाउ टू प्रिपेयर योर मेंटली, इमोशनली, राइट? ये मार्केट जो है ना, यहाँ पे नॉट ओनली फिजिकली बट मेंटली यू हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी निम्बल फुटेड. यू हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी फ्लेक्सिबल. कहता है ना गिरगिट का कलर चेंज होता है, यू हैव टू चेंज योर कलर इंस्टेंटली फ्रॉम बुलिश टू bearish to neutral. You know, it's not you, it is the market telling you to change your color. है ना? So, right. So, this is what. So, yes. So, we are going to talk about risk. Every trade need to have low risk. Now, high return. What do you mean by high return? We are saying that, yes, no doubt the probability of success is high. That's how I am identifying that trade is a high quality trade. So, when my probability really unfolds, trade moves as per my expectation. So, I should be able to reap a higher reward. राइट? अभी देखिए, कोई कोई स्टॉक 100 रुपए में से आप खरीदो, ये स्टॉक मान लो 120 110 रुपया तक जाते हैं, 10%, है कि नहीं? अगर ये स्टॉक 102 रुपया तक जाते हैं, ओनली 2%, करेक्ट? नाउ एज ए ट्रेडर यू नीड टू टेक द ट्रेड व्हिच हैज गॉट ए potential to go to 110 rupees, 10% potential, high return potential, instead of a potential of only 2 rupees or 2%. So this is what is called return. So when you combine high probability, low risk and high return, that trade is called a high quality trade. Okay? So how will you identify high quality trade? With the help of your trading system. If your trading system is very powerful, then it is going to consistently generate or identify high quality trade for you. If your trading system is not very powerful, weak, you have not taken into consideration many factors, then it is going to give you low quality trade. है ना? So this is very important. This is very important part. Just a sec. Can you give me 1 minute? I am going to just. Okay. So this is what you are going to do it, right? Now this is exactly. Are you okay with me? Okay, guys. So far so good. Can you give me a quick check, guys, in the chat box? So far going good conceptually. So far going good, guys. Okay. Right. Wonderful. Thank you. All good. All good. Okay, good. Good. See, we need to keep on talking, and at the same time, we need to keep on enjoying as well. है कि नहीं? Now, let's talk about the. Okay. Okay. हम लोग ये दोनों part बात ही नहीं किया. So, you all know now what is the importance of trading system. So, जब आप ट्रेडिंग करने के लिए आओगे मार्केट में, the first thing is that create your own trading system. अगर आपका पास ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम नहीं है, then literally it is impossible that you will become a good successful trader. Okay, so ये होना आपके लिए बहुत जरूरी है. Now, second important thing, what we say is that risk management. Okay, what we say is that second important point for a professional trader is what? Risk management. See, here this market is all about survival. Okay, this market is all about survival. अगर आप इस मार्केट में सरवाइव करने का टेक्निक सीख गया, तो ऑटोमेटिकली आप यहां पे प्रॉफिट करोगे, है ना? आप सरवाइव करने के लिए टेक्निक सीख गया, देन ऑटोमेटिकली यहां पे आप प्रॉफिट करोगे. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल दे डोंट इवन नो हाउ टू सर्वाइव इन द मार्केट. नाउ यहां पे जो बॉटम लाइन है वो है रिस्क मैनेजमेंट. Bottom line, how you survive with the help of risk management. Okay? Now, risk management का मतलब सिर्फ stop loss ही नहीं है कि where you put the stop loss. यही सिर्फ नहीं है. Risk management का 3 component है. One is money management. One is called money management. Second is what is called trade management. And third is what is called position sizing. Correct? These are the 3 components of risk management. Now let's talk about what is money management. Okay, so money management का मतलब ये होता है कि how much money you are willing to risk in a single trade. Okay, how much money you are willing to risk in a single trade. Now, ideally, it should be between 1% to 2%. It should be between 1% to 2%. Now, if it is Let's say if you're a very aggressive trader, then it could be 2%. If you're a very conservative trader, then it could be 1%. It could be 1.5%. Now, what does it mean exactly? So it means अगर आपका पास 1 लाख रुपया ट्रेडिंग कैपिटल है, you have got 1 lakh rupees trading capital, ठीक है, and your money management principle is 2%. So how much is 2% of 1 lakh? That is 2,000 rupees. Correct? So इसका मतलब when you follow this principle, the maximum loss in one single trade should not be more than 2,000 rupees. Are you getting my point? That is where it is kept. Under any situation, you are not going to lose more than 2,000 rupees in one single trade. And that you need to predefine before you start your trading journey. Before you start your trading, you need to predefine it. Okay, your money management principle that you are going to follow in your trading life is 2%. Correct? Now, that is what is very important. Now, because this is going to again define your position sizing. Okay? Now, second important factor क्या होता है कि trade management. What do you mean by trade management? Trade management is all about exit from the trade. Okay, it's all about exit from the trade. So how you are going to exit from the trade? So is it because of your trading system that you have created, or trailing stop loss, or how you are going to, or whatever exit mechanism that you have. Okay, now we have already said that exit is more important than entry, right? So you need to define how you are going to exit from the trade. Okay, that is what is called trade management. Now, the position sizing is again the third important thing is what we call the position sizing. So, what do you mean by position sizing? How much quantity that you are going to trade per trade. Now, आज का दिन में मान लीजिए रिलायंस का एक दाम है, प्राइस है, टाटा स्टील, एवरीबॉडी, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, आज तो सारे गिर ही रहा है. So now, how much quantity that you are going to buy in one single trade? Now, people say that, okay, if trade has got a higher probability, I'm going to buy more quantity. If the trade has got low probability, I'm going to buy less quantity. This is not the answer. Now, देखो, every trade that you trade has to have a high probability. आप low probability trade ही नहीं करते हो, है कि नहीं? अगर आपको साइड में बैठना पड़ता है बिना ट्रेड किए हुए, परफेक्टली फाइन. बहुत सारे टाइम ऐसा रहता है कि मार्केट मूव ही नहीं करता, ना मार्केट ऊपर जाते हैं ना मार्केट नीचे जाते हैं, वोलेटिलिटी बहुत कम हो जाता है, परफेक्टली फाइन, स्टे आउट ऑफ द मार्केट, डोंट ट्रेड. लेकिन जब भी आप ट्रेड करोगे, आप कौन सा ट्रेड करोगे? ओनली हाई क्वालिटी ट्रेड करोगे. इसका मतलब जहां पे प्रोबेबिलिटी हमेशा हाई रहेगा. नो, बिकॉज ऑल द ट्रेड्स दैट यू आर गोइंग टू टेक आर हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी ट्रेड्स. इसका मतलब देयर शुड बी सिंगल प्रिंसिपल दैट इज गोइंग टू डिफाइन हाउ मच क्वांटिटी दैट यू आर गोइंग टू बाय. And that is what is called a position sizing rule, right? So what is a position sizing rule? Now, position sizing rule quantity, that is called quantity, is a function of your money management principle. Now, let's say again, you have got a trading capital of how much? 1 lakh rupees. You have already defined it. 1 लाख रुपए आपका ट्रेडिंग कैपिटल है कि नहीं? आपका रिस्क मैनेजमेंट कितना है? 2%. आपने ऑलरेडी डिफाइन किया. Now, what is 2% of 1 lakh is 2,000 rupees. It is automatically defined. This is what is your automatically defined. Now, there is a trade. Now, आपने एक ट्रेड आइडेंटिफाई किए हैं. Now, एंट्री इस ट्रेड का एंट्री कितना है? 100 रुपया. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जांपल. नाउ, इसका स्टॉप लॉस कितना है? स्टॉप लॉस है 95 रुपीज. नाउ, ये ट्रेड में मैक्सिमम आप कितना लूज कर सकते हो? कैन यू टेल मी गाइस, हाउ मच दैट मैक्सिमम यू कैन लूज इन दिस ट्रेड? हाउ मच यू कैन लूज इन दिस ट्रेड? कैन यू टेल मी? गो टू चैट बॉक्स. अच्छा, चेंज द कलर. विशाल ने कहा कि चेंज द कलर ऑफ माय टेक्स्ट. ओके, डार्क कलर करना चाहिए, राइट? ओके, कर दिया. 5 रुपीज, है ना? So 5,000. 5,000 कैसे आएगा जामिल? What is the maximum that you are going to lose is rupees 5, right? The maximum that you are going to lose is rupees, okay. The maximum that you are going to lose is in this trade is rupees 5. Maximum that you are going to lose. Am I right? क्योंकि देखिए आपने 100 रुपया is the entry and 95 is a stop loss. So maximum आप जो lose करने वाले हो is a rupees 5 in one single share. एक शेयर में आप 5 रुपया लॉस करोगे if the trade goes against you, है ना? So in आप कितना लूज कर सकते हो? आपका ट्रेडिंग कैपिटल है कितना? 1 लाख रुपया. आपका मनी मैनेजमेंट प्रिंसिपल है 2%. So how much you can maximum allowed to lose is 2,000 rupees. So ये 2,000 रुपया लूज करने के लिए, right, 2,000 divided by 5, which is equal to 400. Correct? Now this 400 is a quantity. Okay, so how much is the quantity you can trade? How much is the quantity that you can trade? Is 400 quantity. How can you define it? That is, first आप ये define कीजिए कि what is your capital, what is your risk management principle, how much you are allowed to lose, that is 2,000, divided by what is the maximum number of how much rupees that you are going to lose per share in case you go wrong, depending on your entry and stop loss, and that is where you get the quantity. I hope I could explain the this thing nicely to you. Okay, correct, guys? Can you give me a quick check? So far, so good. So this is fantastic, right? Thank you. Wonderful. I remember everything. Everybody got it, right? See, again, you will be tempted repeatedly again and again to violate this principle. जब आप ट्रेड करोगे, जब आप प्रैक्टिकली ट्रेड करोगे, तो क्या होगा? You'll be tempted to violate this principle. है कि नहीं? लगता है कि अरे मार्केट बहुत जोर से भाग रहा है ऊपर, हजार आपका, दिस प्रिंसिपल टेल्स यू दैट यू शुड बाय ओनली 100 शेयर्स, क्योंकि आपका पास पैसा है, आपका पास 1 लाख रुपया है ऑलरेडी कैपिटल, है ना? तो बिकॉज द मार्केट इज रैलिंग, you feel like buying 1,000 shares. Please control that emotion. Consistently, right from the beginning, follow your money management principle. Sounds good, guys? That is what you have to follow. Now, this is a cardinal, it's a cardinal rule of trading. है ना? जैसे pilots को, airlines pilots को, whatever their instinct says, whatever their emotion says, they cannot do anything. What they have to fly the plane as per the rule book that is laid down to them. Right? Similarly, as a trader, you have to be governed by the rule book. Cool. So there are two principles that we have discussed so far. One is we have discussed about trade management. Oh, sorry, we have discussed about trading system. We have discussed about risk management. Now, what is the third important point is called psychology. Let's discuss these points, right? These are the key pillars. Now, how many of you think the psychology is one of the very important aspects in your trading? आप देखो, आपका पास जितना भी पावरफुल स्ट्रेटजीज है, सिस्टम्स है, मेथड्स है, टेक्निक्स है, अल्टीमेटली it all depends how you use it. The moment it comes to using it in a very dynamic market condition where the market constantly going up or constantly going down, the emotion plays a very important role. Okay, and if possible, you read a book called The Super Trader. I mean, we can able to perform trading with a good probability and completely beginner. Absolutely. So, Mr. Raju, keep on listening, keep on following, learning, and keep on practicing. Practice makes you perfect. You cannot be a good trader or a professional trader overnight. है कि नहीं? You have to learn first, then you have to practice. You have to follow discipline. Then only you will become a very good trader. So, read this book, The Super Trader. Now, this book is written by an author called Dr. Van Thar. Okay, V-A-N Dr. Venter. Now, this is a very, very powerful book, right? This is a very powerful book. And in this book, Dr. Van Top have said that 70% of your trading success, how much? 70% of your trading success is absolutely psychological. It means आपका पास जितना भी ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम है, आपका पास जितना भी बुक्स है, आपका पास जितना भी नॉलेज है, मतलब टेक्निकल एनालिसिस, ऑल दिस थिंग्स है, these are absolutely, this is a book for beginner. Anybody can read. And I'm telling you, beginners should read this book even more. Before you start, before you start your trading, you should read this book because it is going to put you in a right perspective. Are you understanding my point? It is going to put you in the right perspective. So you should read this book. Okay? So the super trader, where he said 70% of your trading success is absolutely psychological. Correct? So when you say psychology, what does it mean? Okay, psychology is very easy to say. We can very easily say, okay, psychology plays a role. But how does it play a role? है ना, ये रोल प्ले करते कैसे हैं, है ना? लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल. अभी देखो यहां पे करंटली आई हैव गॉट 84 पार्टिसिपेंट्स, ओके, इंक्लूडिंग मी 85. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट. हम लोग सबका पर्सनालिटी अलग अलग है. यू, मी, एवरीबडीज, आवर पर्सनालिटी इज डिफरेंट, आवर साइकोलॉजी इज डिफरेंट, हाउ वी रिएक्ट टू सिचुएशन इज डिफरेंट, है कि नहीं? हाउ वी रिएक्ट टू हैप्पीनेस, हाउ वी रिएक्ट टू पैनिक, हाउ वी रिएक्ट टू इमोशंस आर डिफरेंट. सम ऑफ पीपल जब यहाँ पे खुश होता है एकदम डायरेक्ट डांस करने लग जाता है, एकदम खुशी से पागल हो जाता है. कोई कोई लोग होता है एकदम सीरियस रहता है, हाँ भाई ठीक है. सिमिलरली पैनिक, कब बहुत घटना घट जाता है, समथिंग पैनिक हैपेंस, डेंजरस. कोई कोई लोग होता है एकदम डर के मारे नर्वस हो जाते हैं, क्या करो क्या ना करो, अनाप शनाप करने लगते हैं. कोई कोई लोग रहता है कूल, ओके दिखता है, लेट्स ऑब्जर्व. सो व्हाई पीपल बिहेव डिफरेंटली दैट दे बिहेव? Because they have got different personality, they have got different psychology. Do you agree with me? So trading is all about reacting to the market condition, and different people react differently to the different market conditions. Do you agree with me, guys? Can you give me a quick check? Do you agree with me? Different people react differently in the market condition, है ना? Now there are some people, you know so depending on how is your emotion, how is your reaction, how is your behavior in different situation, you have to define your trading style, because there are different trading styles are there. One is called intraday, जो intraday trading हम लोग कहता हूं ना. There is some swing trading, है ना? There is some positional trading, and there is long term investing, है ना? So what do you mean by swing intraday trading? सबको मालूम है इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग क्या है. When you buy and sell within a day, that's called intraday trading. Okay, now what's a swing trading? When you buy and sell after 2 or 3 days. What is a positional trading? When you buy and sell after a few weeks. What is long-term investing? When you buy and sell after a few years, maybe after 6 months or a year. That's called investing. Now intraday trading is like flying a fighter pilot. Just imagine flying a fighter pilot plane. You have got fraction of second to react. मिसाइल्स आ रहा है, एनिमी फाइटर क्राफ्ट आपको अटैक कर रहे हैं. You have got fraction of second to react. You have to be very fast. Your level of IQ has to be very high. Agree with me? Your reaction time is very less, and you have to be correct. आपको रिएक्ट करने से ही नहीं चलेगा, you have to correctly react करना पड़ेगा. That is what is called intraday trading. Intraday trading के लिए एक बहुत aggressive personality चाहिए, very disciplined personality चाहिए, and very very rule driven, very very methodical. तो उस तरीके का एक डिसिप्लिन पर्सनालिटी चाहिए किसके लिए? इंट्राडे ट्रेडर बनने के लिए. ये एक बहुत एडवांस मेथड ऑफ ट्रेडिंग है. ये वेरी वेरी ट्रिकी, वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट, वेरी वेरी एडवांस वे ऑफ ट्रेडिंग इन द मार्केट क्या है? इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग. करेक्ट गाइस? सेकेंड होता है स्विंग ट्रेडिंग। नाउ थिंक अबाउट पोजिशनल ट्रेडिंग। नाउ पोजिशनल ट्रेडिंग मतलब आप आज खरीद करके एक महीना बाद बेचोगे, आपका पास टाइम है। हाँ भाई ठीक है, अगर मैं 100 रुपए में नहीं खरीदूंगा तो 102 रुपए में खरीदूंगा, 105 रुपए में खरीद, 101 रुपए में खरीदूंगा। यू डोंट हैव टू रिएक्ट इंस्टेंटली, है ना। सो यहाँ पे योर डिसीजन मेकिंग टाइम इज मोर, यहाँ पे योर डिसीजन मेकिंग टाइम इज वेरी वेरी लेस। Now, since you have got more decision making time to take your decision, you can more rationally take your decision. Correct? Now, there are some people who are absolutely hesitant to take decision. वो सोच समझ के डिसीजन लेते हैं। हम लोग कई फैमिली में देखिए ना, बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पे भी होगा, वो इंस्टेंटली डिसीजन नहीं लेते, सोचते हैं, समझते हैं, डिस्कस करते हैं लोगों से, बहुत सारा सोर्सेस से इंफॉर्मेशन इकट्ठा करते हैं, उसका बाद दे फाइनली टेक द डिसीजन, है ना। दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड इन्वेस्टिंग। सो फर्स्ट यू नीड टू फिगर आउट कि आपका पर्सनालिटी किस तरीके का है। अगर इफ यू हैव गॉट ए इंट्राडे ट्रेडर पर्सनालिटी, देन यस। इफ यू हैव गॉट ए इन्वेस्टिंग पर्सनालिटी, बट अगर आप इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग कर रहे हो, देन योर प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सक्सेस कुड बी वेरी लेस, है ना। अगर आपका पर्सनैलिटी पोजिशनल ट्रेडिंग का पर्सनैलिटी है, अगर आपका पर्सनैलिटी इन्वेस्टिंग का पर्सनैलिटी है, लेकिन आप कर क्या रहे हो, आप इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग कर रहे हो, इसका मतलब क्या है, यू आर ट्राइंग टू डू समथिंग व्हाट यू आर नॉट डिजाइन टू डू। डू यू एग्री विथ मी गाइस? समटाइम्स गिव मी a quick check also, yes or no? Well sir, I am a kind of mix of all, aware, है ना। So okay, good. Now see introspection. Now यहां पे मैं एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात कहता हूं। हम लोग क्या करते हैं, वी लुक आउट। आजकल बहुत सारे गुरु होते हैं ना कि पीस लाइज विद इन नॉट आउटसाइड। आपको शांति सुख दुनिया में नहीं है बाहर, वो आपका अंदर है। सिमिलरली द सीक्रेट ऑफ ट्रेडिंग इज नॉट आउटसाइड, द सीक्रेट ऑफ सक्सेसफुल ट्रेडिंग इज इनसाइड यू। सो यू नीड टू नो योरसेल्फ बिफोर यू नो द मार्केट। डू यू एग्री? आपको खुद को पहले जानना पड़ेगा कि आप क्या है, आप कौन है, आपका स्टाइल क्या है, आपका पर्सनालिटी क्या है, आपका गुस्सा कितना होता है, आप फ्रस्ट्रेशन कितना जल्दी हो जाते हैं, आप कितना जल्दी इंपेशेंट हो जाते हो, आप कितना जल्दी नर्वस हो जाते हो, है ना। ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड योर ओन सेल्फ फर्स्ट, देन टेक अप व्हाट इज राइट फॉर यू। ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट कॉल्ड साइकोलॉजी। ऑफ कोर्स उसके लिए बहुत सारा है, अलग अलग तरीके का साइकोलॉजिकल पैरामीटर्स है, वो हम लोग बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे व्हेन we'll get time. Okay, now let's talk about the fourth is what is called the trading plan. What is the fourth pillars, guys? Can you go ahead and write? We discussed it, but I raised it. Can you guys go ahead and type what is the fourth pillar of success, or what are the three pillars that we have already discussed? If you can just go ahead and type in the chat box. मुझे भी 2 मिनट का ब्रेक मिल जाएगा। या ट्रेडिंग प्लान इज द फोर्थ पिलर, राइट गौरव? How it majority impact trading and how it majorly impact trading and investing. How would it be in future and how to save individually? Okay. How would it be in future and how to save individually? How to majorly impact trading and investment? How it's totally, now when you talk about trading and investing, it totally 100%, right? There are two ways of trading. One is just do it, and one is do it methodically, seriously, professionally. You can just do it without anything, any of those that we have discussed, right? Or if you want to do it methodically, professionally, then you have to do it in the right way. Okay. So what are the other three? First three pillars of trading. Can you guys go ahead and type in the chat box? The fourth pillar is the trading plan. Of course, we know it. What are the three pillars, guys? Fatafat, can you go ahead and type in the chat box? Number one, tell me, what is the number one point that we discussed? मैं ये भी ट्राई करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा हूं कि am I being able to communicate the concepts correctly to you or not, है ना। ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम रिस्क मैनेजमेंट साइकोलॉजी, गौरव कुमार, Perfect. All of you agree? So this is what. Okay, Gaurav have said it. Now, fourth is called the trading plan. Okay, now let's talk about trading plan. Now, let's give a statement. Trading is a business. Trading is a business. Do you agree with this statement? Yes or no? Okay, trading is a business. Yes or no? Yes, Mustaq? Trading is a business. All of you agree trading is a business? Okay, good. Now, if trading is a business, what is the beginning point of your business? Can you guys go ahead and tell me what is a business? Now, suppose just imagine yourself. आपका पास 1 करोड़ रुपया कैपिटल है हो सकते हैं कि आपका पास ज्यादा भी हो what is the beginning point of starting a business? Okay, पुवरासन ने कहा है कि कैपिटल हेमंत ओके इन्वेस्टमेंट मुस्तक कैपिटल प्लानिंग ओके गौरव business plan vishal right the first thing is you need to have a plan and what we call that is a business plan you need to have a business plan right uska baad the business plan is going to define everything that you want to do right so if you do not have a business plan and if you start your business what is the probability of success in your business yes strategy hemant ne kaha strategy is also going to come but before the strategy is the plan oh your strategy need to be inside the plan the strategy hemant that you are talking about should be part of the business plan correct so if you start your business without a business plan what is the probability of success the probability of success is as good as 0%. Correct? So if you start your trading business without a trading plan, what is the probability of success in your trading? As good as 0. Correct? Do you all agree with me? So your ultimate foundation of starting a successful trading career lies where? In your trading plan. Correct? But you go and ask जितने लोग मार्केट में ट्रेडिंग करते हैं सर आपके पास ट्रेडिंग प्लान है क्या कैन यू शो मी योर ट्रेडिंग प्लान मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल डोंट इवन नो व्हाट इज अ ट्रेडिंग प्लान फॉरगेट अबाउट हैविंग देयर ओन ट्रेडिंग प्लान दे डोंट इवन नो कि ये ट्रेडिंग प्लान है क्या लेकिन आपने देखा है ऑलरेडी कि ट्रेडिंग प्लान इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप सो नंबर वन अगर आपका पास ट्रेडिंग प्लान नहीं है तो इसका मतलब आप बिजनेस कर रहे हो विदाउट अ बिजनेस प्लान जहां पे आपका प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सक्सेस इज गोइंग टू बी 0 right? So how will you create a trading plan? Very simple. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a tip. Go to Google, type trading plan. Very easy. बस आपको फॉर्मेट मिल जाएगा सब कुछ जो भी आप करना चाहते हो मार्केट में सब कुछ ट्रेडिंग प्लान में डाल होना चाहिए your trading strategy your risk management right the method of trading that you are going to do everything need to be there in your trading plan. Okay, so yes, you have to have a trading plan. The first thing that you have to do is a trading plan. Okay, so yes, it's very simple. Go to the website, go to Google, type the word free sample PDF copy of trading plan or words copy of trading plan, उसको डाउनलोड कीजिए एंड वहां पे स्टडी कीजिए नेक्स्ट सेशन में हम लोग उसी का ऊपर काम करेंगे चलेगा So far, so good, guys. Can you give me a quick check in the chat box? These are the completed. We have completed the 4 pillars of trading. Now let's go to the real thing, right? Let's go to the real thing. So far, so good. Okay. So. Okay. Let's remove this. Okay. So let's remove all this thing. Removed, 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 and removed. Okay, guys, can you give me a quick check in the chat box? So far, so good. We have completed the 4 pillars of different trading systems. See, this is the foundation of how much time we have taken. We have taken 45 minutes. Okay. This is very, very, very important. Hannah. Now, the first thing that we are going to discuss is the theory of demand and supply. Demand and supply. Okay. Right? This is the most important fundamental concept, demand and supply. Oh, you all know, right? Why the price goes up and down. We have already said because of demand and supply. Now, if the demand is more than supply, what is going to happen to the price? The price is going to go up. If the supply is more than demand, what is going to happen to the price? Price is going to go down. Now, if the demand is equal to supply, what is going to happen to the price? Price is going to remain stable. Do you all agree with me, guys? Now, the question is, do you need a sideways market or you want a trending market? What do you want? You want a trending market. These are called trending market, right? These are called trending market. Or this is called sideways market. You want trending market, right? You want trending market. Now, a trending market, whether it's a downtrend or it's an uptrend, is created by imbalance between demand and supply. This is what is called imbalance. Demand is more than supply or supply is more than demand. This is what is called imbalance. Now, so far the demand is equal to supply. This is what is called balance. Right? So, balance between demand and supply is not good. So, what is good for you? Imbalance between demand and supply. Correct? Now, bigger the imbalance, bigger is going to be the price movement. If the demand is very high and supply is very small, the demand is very high, the price movement is going to be very big. Now, if the demand is very small, but the supply is very high, what's going to happen? Price is going to crash. So, bigger the imbalance between demand and supply, bigger is going to be the price. You agree that also? Anna, you agree that part also? Now, the question is, yes, so imbalance है between demand and supply. Who creates this imbalance between demand and supply? Can you guys go ahead and tell me? Who creates this imbalance between demand and supply? Who creates this imbalance? Come on, guys, go ahead and type in the chat box. Who creates? Market. Absolutely, Radhika. Hannah, it is the buyers and the sellers. Buyers and sellers, we call them traders. Right. So, yes, Ethan, when you say FII DIs, who are FII DIs? Ultimately, they are also buyers and sellers only. Who are FIIs DIs? They are also buyers and sellers. Hannah. So, this imbalance between demand and supply is created by the buyers and sellers. Now, these buyers and sellers, there are two types of buyers and sellers are there. One type of buyers and sellers, what we call them, retail. So what are retail traders or retail buyers and sellers? People like you and me. Now, when the retail traders buy and sell, you and me, we buy and sell, how much quantity you buy and sell? Go ahead and type in the chat box. Right? कितना खरीदते हो आप? कितना बेचते हो? 100 shares, 50 shares, 500 shares, 200 shares. Small quantity. Right? जब हम लोग small small quantities में buy sell के लिए order डालेंगे, does it cause any big imbalance between demand and supply? The answer is no. है ना? So retail traders are not in a position to influence the equation between demand and supply. है ना? Retail traders are not in a position to significantly influence the equation between demand and supply. So who is the other kind of traders? These are called institutions. So what are institutions? FIIs. DIIs. These are called institution. So when these institutions buy and sell, they buy huge quantity, crores, millions of shares in one झटके में खरीदने के लिए, बेचने के लिए डाल देते हैं. Some huge quantity of shares are placed to buy and sell in one झटके में. So what does it do happen? It causes massive imbalance between demand and supply. So ये in a way गलत नहीं होगा. Institutional investors do the price. Okay, IPOs में है ना, everywhere. Why only IPOs? Everywhere. Now ये कहना भी गलत नहीं होगा कि majority of the time, let's say 95% of the time, okay, I'm saying it could be more than 95, 99% of the time also, just to give a number. Majority of the time, 95% of the time, it is the institution who makes the price move. आज देखो मार्केट गिर गया है, जबरदस्त गिर गया है. ये रिटेल ट्रेडर का पास इतना कैपेसिटी है क्या मार्केट को इतना ज्यादा गिराने का? You might have seen the last few months FII numbers. They've been selling and selling huge quantity of shares. So you know it. That is the institution. So ये कहना भी गलत नहीं होगा, ये कहना भी गलत नहीं होगा कि अगर आपको सक्सेसफुल ट्रेडर बनना है, if you want to be a successful trader, so what you have to do, guys? You have to follow the institution. Am I right or wrong? Follow the institution. You cannot trade against the institution and be successful. अगर एफआई लोग सेल कर रहे हैं, अगर एफआई लोग बेच रहे हैं और आप खरीद रहे हो, आपका पैसा बनेगा क्या? नहीं बनेगा. If the FIs, DIs are selling or institutions are selling and you are buying, you are not going to make money. Same is the case. If the institutions are buying and you are selling, you are not going to make money. So you have to do exactly what the institutions are doing. You have to do exactly what? Correct? Do you agree with me? You have to do exactly what the institutions are doing. If they are buying, you have to buy. If they are selling, they have to sell. Now, यहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम आ जाता है. यहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम आ जाता है. What is the problem that we have? The problem that we have is, how do you know where the institutions are buying and selling? Do you know that where the institutions are going to buy, which stock they are going to buy, which stock they are going to sell, right? When they are going to buy, when they are going to sell, do you know that? ब्लॉक डील डज नॉट मेक. ब्लॉक डील में आपका कोई लेना देना नहीं है इथान. ब्लॉक डील तो अंदर ही अंदर हो जाता है. बल्क डील भी अंदर ही अंदर हो जाता है. वहां पे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. वो मार्केट में आता ही नहीं है. वो आउटसाइड द, मतलब मार्केट लिक्विडिटी में नहीं आता है ब्लॉक डील, बल्क डील, है ना? सो यू डोंट ट्रैक द एमएफ. हिरन, अगर आप एमएफ को ट्रैक करोगे ना, एमएफ का कितना मंथली अपडेट होता है रिपोर्ट उनका, तब तक तो स्टॉक प्राइस कहीं और पहुंच जाएंगे. आप मंथली ट्रैक करके क्या, ओके, आप रिपोर्ट पढ़ोगे कि यहाँ पे उन्होंने परसेंटेज बढ़ाया है, ये स्टॉक में न्यू एंट्री लिए हैं, है ना? काफी देर हो जाएगा. हाय चंद्र प्रकाश. तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? आपको रियल टाइम में आपको कब करना पड़ेगा ये? यू हैव टू रियल टाइम में आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा. आइडेंटिफाई इन द रियल टाइम कि where the institutions are buying and selling. करेक्ट? यू हैव टू रियल टाइम. उसके लिए देखो, अगेन लेट मी टेल यू गाइस, यहां पे कोई, हाँ, वॉल्यूम, ऑफ कोर्स इट कुड बी वन ऑफ द वे, है ना? दिस कुड बी वन ऑफ द वे. यहां पे कोई रॉकेट, यहां पे कोई ये नहीं है कि साइंस नहीं कि 100% गारंटी है. वी स्पोक राइट एट द बिगिनिंग दैट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रोबेबिलिटी. So you need to find out a method by which you are going to find out. Now, fortunately, there are some very simple methods are there. You know, there are two beautiful, there are methods are there by which you are going to find out. Okay, so the rule is buy when are buying. Okay, this is the rule, buy when the institutions are buying and sell when selling. Correct? This is the two fundamental rule. Now, you know what? When the institutions are buying or where the institutions are buying, right? This area is known as the demand zone. So we are going to study about demand zone. So what is a demand zone? Demand zone is a zone or that level in the price where the institutions are buying. Now, when the institutions are selling, where? Right? Now, this is called supply zone. Okay? So, what is a demand zone? Demand zone वो एक जगह है जहां पे institutions are buying. So, when the price comes to the demand zone, what you are going to do, guys? Can you go ahead and type in the chat box? When the price comes to the demand zone, what you are going to do? Okay? Hemant, Gaurav, absolutely right. We are followers of institution. बड़े लोग जहां पे जाएंगे हम लोग पीछे पीछे जाएंगे. हम लोग का कोई ईगो नहीं है. हम लोग शर्माता भी नहीं हूं मार्केट में. है ना? हम लोग को शर्म नहीं लगता है. अगर बड़े बड़े लोग जो भी खरीदेंगे हम भी खरीदेंगे. जहां पे खरीदेंगे हम भी खरीदेंगे. So, when the institutions are buying, they are called demand zone. And when the institutions are selling, where the institutions are selling, that is called supply zone. And what we do in the supply zone, when the price comes to the supply zone, we sell. Very simple. Correct. So we buy in the demand zone, we sell in the supply zone. Now let's come to the demand zone. What is the method of demand zone? ये डिमांड जोन का मेथड क्या है? हाउ डू वी आइडेंटिफाई द डिमांड जोन? मतलब हम लोग को मालूम कैसे चलेगा कि डिमांड जोन है कहां पे? नो वेरी सिंपल, प्राइस एक्शन. प्राइस, द प्राइस, भाव भगवान से प्राइस इज गोइंग टू टेल अस, लेट अस नो. नाउ यहां पे दो मेथड है, वेरी सिंपल मेथड है. वन इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड ड्रॉप बेस रैली. वेरी सिंपल. वन इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड ड्रॉप, ओके, मैं ड्रॉप बेस रैली. एंड सेकेंड मेथड इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड, थोड़ा यहां पे लिख देता हूं, रैली बेस rally. So there are two methods of demand zone. One is drop base rally and second is rally base rally. Are you guys, have you got it? Okay, these are the two different methods. Now, what do you mean by drop base rally? Okay, very simple. The whole explanation is right there. Now, first is a drop. What do you mean by drop? When there's a drop in the price. Okay, that is called drop. Very simple. Okay, what is base? When the price stop falling further, there is a base. Now, this is a imbalance. This is imbalance where the supply is equal to, supply is more than demand. There is an imbalance. Now, after the imbalance, there is a little bit of balance here. Now, where supply is equal to demand. That is what is called base. And what is called rally? Very simple. This is what is called rally. है कि नहीं? मार्केट क्यों गिर रहा है? चल, okay, this is what is called drop, base and okay. Now, मान लो प्राइस आपको, ओके, आईटीसी इन सप्लाई जोन, अरे वाह, इथर ने जाके देख भी लिया, है ना? Now suppose your price is somewhere here. So what you need to do is that you need to look back. आपको पीछे देखना पड़ेगा, पीछे देखो कहता है ना, पीछे देखना पड़ेगा। नाउ आपको ये आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा कि कहां से आपको ड्रॉप बेस एंड रैली दिखाई देते हैं। मान लो यहां पे आपको ड्रॉप बेस एंड रैली दिखाई देते हैं, तो ये जो बेस एरिया में क्या मिलेगा आपको, कैंडल मिलेगा। इसको कहते हैं बेस कैंडल। द मोमेंट यू सॉ द बेस कैंडल, आइडेंटिफाई द बेस कैंडल, इस कैंडल को आप मार्क कर दीजिए। द मोमेंट यू मार्क द बेस कैंडल, you get a zone, and this zone is known as the demand zone. और एक बार आपने प्राइस को आइडेंटिफाई कर दिया, डिमांड जोन को आइडेंटिफाई कर दिया, तो आप क्या करोगे, यू आर गोइंग टू वेट फॉर द प्राइस टू कम टू द डिमांड जोन, एंड व्हेन द प्राइस कम्स टू द डिमांड जोन, you are going to do what? So when the price comes to the demand zone, you are going to do what? Okay, thank you so much, Ethan. Thank you. Okay, so you are going to buy, right, Rupesh, Hemant, Nirman, everyone? You are going to buy. अभी देखो यहां पे इट्स वेरी काउंटर इंट्यूटिव। जब मार्केट इज नॉट, व्हेन द मार्केट इज फॉलिंग सो शार्पली, अभी देखो आज लास्ट 4-5 दिन से मार्केट इतना शार्पली गिर रहा है, डू यू फील लाइक बाइंग नाउ? वेरी सिंपल वर्ड्स, डू यू फील लाइक बाइंग? डू यू हैव द करेज टू बाय? करेक्ट? नो, पीपल डू नॉट, डर जाते हैं लोग, पता नहीं आगे क्या हो जाएगा, ट्रंप ने कुछ अनाप शनाप कह दिया तो मार्केट गिर जाएगा और गिरेगा। That is exactly what you have to do. When the market is falling, everybody is nervous, running away from the market, but the market has come to a very powerful demand zone. You have to buy, right? So you are doing what the others are doing, the ulta. So why you are buying in the demand zone? Now you know that the price has come to a demand zone. The probability of reversal is very high. The probability of reversal from here is very high because, see, remember one thing. जब मार्केट में फ्रस्ट्रेशन, होपलेसनेस बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाते हैं, दैट इज वेयर द एग्जैक्ट रिवर्सल हैपेंस, है ना? एंड यूजुअली आप देखोगे कि वहीं पे होता है। सो नाउ since you are buying here in the demand zone, you are expecting, you know that the probability, yes, that's we are going to come. You know the probability of price going up is very high. लेकिन भाई गारंटी नहीं है, मार्केट में कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि प्राइस ऊपर जाएगा ही जाएगा। नो डाउट प्रोबेबिलिटी इज हाई। सो आप क्या करोगे, आप नीचे स्टॉप लॉस लगाओगे। व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू इज दैट, सी, रिस्क मैनेजमेंट, आप क्या लगाओगे, नीचे स्टॉप लॉस लगाओगे। इसका मतलब इन केस द प्राइस गोज डाउन फर्दर, बिकॉज आपको मालूम तो नहीं है ना कल क्या होगा। इफ द मार्केट गोज बिलो दैट, so you are going to be, your loss is going to be stopped by stop loss. Okay. It is a Warren Buffett who said the wise investors to be fearful when others are greedy and to be greedy when others are fearful. And this applies, this is one of the massive psychological training that you need to give yourself. But again, when it comes to psychological training, you cannot give a training for the sake of giving it. You need a framework. You need some guiding principles. Yes or no? And this is what the strategy or the guiding principle. Okay, so cool. So we have discussed about demand zone. Let's go and look at a chart. Okay, एक बार हम लोग चार्ट में भी देख लेते हैं कैसे हम लोग उसको डिफाइन करेंगे। उसको बंद ही कर देते हैं। Okay. ओहो, क्या हो गया? Can you guys see my chart? ओके, सब मैं रिमूव कर दिया, ठीक है। ओके, ना मैं इसको भी क्लोज कर देता हूं। नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू सी हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डू इट इन द रियल चार्ट। ओके, नाउ ओके, वेरी सिंपल, ये सब रिमूव कर देता हूं, है ना, ये सब रिमूव कर देता हूं। चलो, वेरी गुड। नाउ द प्राइस इज, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू सिंपल, बाद में बात का बाद में आएंगे, बहुत सारा यहाँ पे ये भी है। ओके, बात का बाद में आएंगे। नो, अगर आप यहाँ पे देखोगे, चलो कुछ और निकाल लेते हैं। हाँ, कुछ और निकाल लेते हैं, कोई बैंक निफ्टी और बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा। ओके, कुछ और निकाल लेते हैं आपको, इन्फोसिस। ओके, सब में देखोगे, यहाँ पे सब में डिमांड सप्लाई का ही खेल है। वरुण ब्रिवेज, ये बहुत बढ़िया स्टॉक है, गिर रहा है, ठीक है, इसी को हम लोग देखते हैं। बेचारा स्टॉक गिर रहा है, इतना बढ़िया स्टॉक था, तो हम लोग का जीएसटी लग गया 40%। उसका बाद देखो स्टॉक किस तरीके से गिर रहा है, दुख लगता है। मेरा पास भी था कुछ। ओके, जिससे आ गया, इसको भी हटा लेते हैं। कैन यू गाइस सी माय स्क्रीन नाउ? ओके, अच्छा, इथान टीसीएस वीकली टाइम फ्रेम में है क्या? कुल, अभी देखो, अभी देखो, ये है आपका एक स्टॉक है, इसका नाम क्या है? वरुण ब्रिवरेज है। वी ऑल नो वरुण ब्रिवरेज, इट्स अ वेरी फेमस स्टॉक, वेरी गुड क्वालिटी स्टॉक, वरुण ब्रिवरेज सबको मालूम है ना, वरुण ब्रिवरेज। नाउ ये स्टॉक क्या है, गिर रहा है। ओके, नाउ व्हाट वी सेड इज दैट यू हैव टू लुक बैक, राइट, इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड अ डिमांड जोन यू हैव टू लुक बैक, पीछे देखो, पीछे। So when you look back, you look for what pattern? Drop, base, and rally. So when you look back, when you look back, when you look back, when you look back, can you see a pattern here, guys? Drop, base, and rally. Can you see the pattern? Can you give me a quick check in the chat box? Okay, can you see? Can you give me a quick chat box? Yes, this is what we are seeing it. Okay, this is what pattern that we are seeing it. So what am I going to do is, what am I going to do is, I am going to, this is a drop base and rally. अच्छा, इसको मैं वहां से draw करता हूं. That is going to make the thing easier for you. So what am I going to do is that I'm going to identify the base candle. Okay. So what am I going to do is that I'm going to identify this is the drop, base and rally. है ना? So what am I going to do is that I'm going to identify what is the lowest point of this base area is this, right? And this is the body. Can you see that? This is the demand zone. Do you now know that this is the demand zone? Right? This is the demand zone. This is the demand zone. Oh, chalo, chalo. So this is the demand zone. Yes or no? Now, ये जो demand zone है, now this is a very powerful demand zone. Now, this demand zone was created in the month of March 2025. है ना, यहां पे मार्च में क्रिएट हुआ था. Already price had come and touched this dimension once and bounced back from here. Already price ने एक बार यहां से रिएक्ट कर चुका है, but price is coming back to this zone again. Now see, no doubt this is a very powerful demand zone. So the probability of reversal is very high from here. But had it come for the first time, now this is coming here for the second time. First time कहां पे आए थे? फर्स्ट टाइम प्राइस आए थे यहां पे. फर्स्ट टच, फर्स्ट टाइम यहां पे आए थे, यहां पे प्राइस इज कमिंग फॉर द सेकेंड टाइम, यस और नो? सेकेंड टाइम के लिए आ रहे हैं. So yes, the price is coming. We can expect some kind of a bounce back from here. So this is a demand zone. Okay. So what you have to do is that you have to look back and find a demand zone. Now, Lee, Ethan is pointing me ITC. Let's go and see ITC. Okay. Okay, just a sec. Let's go and see ITC. Hope this point is clear to you. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lovely, Ethan. Fantastic. Wonderful. Right? Wonderful. Okay. Now look at ITC. See? Look at ITC. Now, आज ये कैंडल, इस कैंडल को भूल भूल जाइए. Yesterday, till yesterday, the price was falling. Till yesterday, the price was falling. Till yesterday, the price was falling. So when the price was falling, it came to where? It's a demand zone. Yes or no? Because this is what? Drop. This is a base candle. And then we saw a rally up to here. This is a drop base and a rally. So we created the demand zone. Price came to the demand zone. And that is where the price is bouncing back today. So guys, do you now know how to draw the demand zone, guys? Can you give me a quick check in the chat box? No? Who is this? Vishwa. Vishwavarat. Big no. What is this? What about others? Have you guys understood? Have you joined lately, Mr. Vishwavarat? Okay, Venki. Neha Gupta. Okay. So you now know how to understand the demand zone, right? So now, okay, great. I can draw, but how is useful? So you now it is useful because you can anticipate the turning point beforehand. This market is all about anticipating the turning point. Correct? So now this is the demand zone. Now you can draw your demand zone in a different time frame. This is a daily time frame. Now similarly, you can look for weekly time frames as well. See, can you see it? I can change my time frame. I can change the time frame to daily. I can change the time frame to weekly as well. Okay, let me remove this part. Okay. So I can change my time frame to daily to weekly. Okay, right? So the moment I say, when I go here and say weekly, I will get the demand and supply zone on a weekly time frame. So now when I look back, similarly, I see a zone here. This is the origin of the zone, massively. But I will come to that later on. How to qualify a zone to be a... Okay. So there is a question. When to select daily and when to select valley and 1 year or demand zone. Fantastic question. Okay. Santosh, what is the period? What we should look for demand and supply? I can draw. Okay. So what is the red in a green candle? Indicating, kindly explain, sir. Okay. So that is where you are stuck at, right? What is a green candle and a red candle? So again, I will come back to this point a little bit later, Vishwanathan. Vishwanath, right? So first, let's talk about time frame. Now again, as we say, when you are a trader, some of them are intraday trader. Intraday matlab very short term trader. Some of them are positional trader. है ना? So positional trade मतलब weeks to month, correct? And some of them are investors, correct? So when you are an intraday trader, आप कौन सा चार्ट देखोगे? लोअर टाइम फ्रेम. लोअर टाइम फ्रेम बोले तो मे बी आप 60 मिनट्स, 15 मिनट्स टाइम फ्रेम में आप ट्रेड करोगे. ना पोजिशनल, जहां पे आपको वीकली टू मंथली पोजीशन रखना है, तो आप कौन सा टाइम फ्रेम देखोगे? आप देखोगे डेली. अगर आप लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर हो तो आपको ये 15 मिनट 60 मिनट टाइम फ्रेम देख के कोई फायदा नहीं है. आप कौन सा देखोगे? वीकली और मंथली टाइम फ्रेम. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो आप कौन सा टाइम फ्रेम यूज करोगे ये चार्ट देखने के लिए? दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन कि आप किस तरीके का ट्रेडर हो. Correct? Now let's go back to our slides. Okay, that is where we are. Let's go back to our slides now. So what we have done is, so far what we have discussed is, we have discussed about the demand zone. Right? Now demand zone में drop, base and rally. Now let's discuss another method that is called rally, base and rally. This is the number one method. What is the number two method? Rally, base and rally. Okay, that is the number two method. So what exactly rally, base, rally? Now they say drop, base and rally, rally, base and rally. Correct? So here the market was rallying, ऊपर जा रहा था. Then market में टाइम बिंग के लिए थोड़ा टाइम के लिए रुक गया. वहां पे it created a base and then it started rallying again. Now market कहां पे है? Market शायद यहां पे है. So when you look back, you saw that this is the base from where the market rallied. You identify the candle. Now you mark this candle. Now this is a base candle and this zone is known as the demand zone. So once you mark the demand zone, what you do is that you wait for the price to come back to the demand zone. And when the price comes back to the demand zone, what you do, guys? Can you give me a quick check in the chat box? When the price comes back to the demand zone, what you do? Buy. है ना? You buy. Absolutely. Now, ये दोनों मेथड में एक फंडामेंटल डिफरेंस है. ड्रॉप बेस रैली एंड रैली बेस रैली में एक डिफरेंस है. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? नाउ दिस मेथड ऑफ ट्रेडिंग इज कॉल्ड पुल बैक ट्रेडिंग. पुल बैक ट्रेडिंग. नाउ पुल बैक ट्रेडिंग इस मेथड में कब होगा? जब मार्केट आपका ये डिमांड जोन में पुल बैक करेगा प्राइस. ये डिमांड जोन है आपका. When the price is going to pull back. Correct. Now, for example, reversal and continuation. Absolutely, Hiren. Right? We pull back or when the price is pulling back. Abhi currently what is happening in the market? Market is correcting, market is falling. Lots of stocks are pulling back. Yes or no? So when lots of stocks are pulling back, many stocks have come to the demand zone. So what you are waiting for is a reversal. That is what is called reversal trading, pullback trade. Right? You are waiting for the price to reverse. So what is the right high probability place to reverse is the demand zone. Also, many people call it support zone. Now, this is again, this happens, one, this is what is called continuation. Now, ये पैटर्न कब देखा जाता है? जब इन स्ट्रॉन्ग ट्रेंड है, ट्रेंडिंग मार्केट में, when the market is in a strong upside trend. आप देखा होगा जब मार्केट नया हाई बनाते जा रहा है, who will say that it's going to come back? No, it's not going to come all the way back down to the right. So this is a strong high, strong trending market. So this is called a continuation pattern, right? Now, so far so good, guys. Can you give me a quick check in the chat box? Have you understood these concepts today? You now know how to look at it. Hemant, Santosh, thank you, Itan, thank you, Santosh, Bubin, Banky, right? All of you clear, right? Fantastic. Okay, acha. Vishwavarat Raju, you were asking, Vishwavarat Raju, can you tell me about yourself? Amit Gautam, Venki, thank you so much, guys. So this is what is the concept. Okay. So now, let me remove this part. Now, similarly, when you talk about supply zone, very quickly, what is the strategy for supply zone? Similarly, very simple, opposite to the demand zone. Rally, base, drop. And second is drop, base, drop. So what is a rally base drop? Rally, base, drop. Simple. So your price is here. When you look back, you saw the base from where the stock has fallen sharply. Identifies a zone. This is what is called supply zone. So you wait for the price to go to the supply zone. When the price goes to the supply zone, what you do? You sell. This is what is called supply zone. Similarly, this is a pullback method. And what is a drop base drop? Drop, base, and drop. Right? So price was falling, paused, and drop. So when you identify the candle here, market, you get a supply zone, wait for the price to go to the supply zone, and when the price goes to the supply zone, you sell. Now, today, what I'm doing is that we are almost coming to an end of the program today. I have just shown you the supply zone. So next session, there are so many things to discuss. First, we are going to go to a demo about identifying the demand zone. In the meantime, lots of price might change. Second, are you going to buy when the price comes to a demand zone? How to qualify a zone to be a qualified zone? Okay, how to qualify a zone? How to qualify a zone? Number one, how to qualify a zone? How to measure the probability? Probability. How to use chart pattern with zones, chart patterns and indicators. with zones to increase probability. ठीक है. So हम लोग जो नेक्स्ट सेशन है, in the next session we are going to discuss these 3 points. Of course, supply zone will go and explain it. We are going to talk about how to measure the probability of a zone and how to use chart patterns and indicators with zones to increase the probability. And after that, we are going to discuss about multiple time frame analysis. Okay, so these are the. So yes, Vishwavaran, I'm coming to you. Sounds good, guys? Now, as Vishwavaran is very new to the market, so he wants me to explain what is a red candle and a green candle. Of course, यहाँ पे ये हम लोग बाद में आ जाएंगे. See, again, Mr. Vishwavaran. Okay, can you now see? See, these are called candles. Okay. See, primarily you are going to see two candles. One is a green candle and one is a red candle. So green candle is when the price is going up. So when you look at the candlestick, see when the price is going up. This is when a green candle is formed. Now, can you see red candles when the price is coming down? See, price is coming down, price is coming down. This is when the red candle is formed. Okay. Now, it has got a very specific dynamics. Now, for example, this candle has got 4 points. This candle has got 4 points. Okay, just a second. This candle has got 4 points. कहाँ पे मैं दिखा सकता हूं आपको? ओके, लेट मी चेक. This one. ओके, जस्ट अ सेक. यहीं पे दिखाता हूं. कैन यू सी? नाउ एवरी कैंडल हैज गॉट 4 points. डोंट अभी ये आई विल शो इट टू यू. एवरी कैंडल हैज गॉट 4 points. हाँ, यहीं पे दिखाता हूं, कोई बात नहीं. नाउ वन इज ओपन, open, okay, high, low, close. These are the 4 points. Every day, every period, you have got these 4 points, right? Now, ask a Nifty, maybe आपको वहीं दिखेगा open, high, low, close. So, what is the open? Where exactly market open? Now, say market today stock open at 100 rupees. After opening at 100 rupees, it came down to say 95 rupees. And after that, it has gone all the way up to 110 rupees. And then finally it closes at what? 108. Right? So these are the 4 different points. Open, high, it opened at 100 rupees, it went to a high of 110 rupees. It made a low of 95 rupees, but finally closed at 108 rupees. Right? So this is how the candle is going to be made here. Right? This is how the candle is going to be made. Now this is 100. This is a green candle. This is 100 where it opened. It went to a low of 95. It went to a high of 110 rupees and it closed at 108. Correct. Now, since this is what is called closing, now this is what is called opening. Now, since the closing it is at a higher of opening, this candle is going to be a green candle. I hope you have understood the point. Can you give me a quick check in the chat box? Yes? Have you understood the point? Vishwavarat? Right. Now, when you study candlestick chart, there are certain important points that we are going to discuss in the next session. Okay, this is how the candles are being made. Now, when you look at the candle, study the candle, there are four things that you need to study. One is color, second is size, third is shape, and the fourth is location. Okay. Now, these four things makes the candlestick very powerful, effective candle. But we are going to discuss in details in the next session. But I think till that time, I would like to close it here. Next session on the next Friday. Yes, Ethan? No, it is going to be on Friday, right? This session, we are going to post it in the YouTube. And immediately we are going to post it in the YouTube. By Monday, you are going to get it. Right? So, guys, that's it for today. And we are going to discuss it again in the next class. Lot many things that we have discussed. I've already said you. Join on the next class. And till that time, thank you so much. Okay. So see you everyone in the next session. Don't forget to join. I really like when you guys join and talk. Otherwise, मुझे भी बोर लग जाता है अकेला अकेला. When you come and join, we get inspired, we get motivated, right? So please do join, and I'm sure, um, in my best capability, I'm going to, try to, give you whatever I know. Okay. So with that, I'd like to close the session. Thank you so much and take care. Bye bye, guys.
Investments in the securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.